So welcome guys to another battlecast, and you can already see Archaon the Ever-Chosen in the background, and that tells you I'm going to play the Chaos Warriors and we are going to face up against the Tomb Kings. So this was a great game, a lot of fun. So let's directly start with my army composition over here. So let's do a short overview, and you can see I have a very wide front line of Chaos Marauders. Of course, these guys, it's horrific for them to fight against large entities. They're routing off quite fast because of they get terrified, and this is a little problem. But beside from that, they're performing quite well against the infantry of the Tomb Kings. They are shielded, and yeah. Then I brought for the second time of my life the Chaos Warriors with halberds, and these guys are anti-large. They have a amount of anti-large bonus of 19, what is quite a lot of stuff. So the performance against large entities is quite good. So I thought about to bring a dragon or a Shagget, but it's quite dangerous to bring a Shagget, or you have to bring a Shagget and a Kolek. Just a Kolek or a Shagget is not a good decision, because the Sphinx of Ushab and other monsters are really able to take out the Shagget. So I decided to bring nothing, no Shagget, no Kolek, but a lot of anti-large infantry units. Then I have aspiring champions in my second line to buff, of course, with their encourage ability my front line and to increase the performance over there. Then I have, as I already mentioned, Archaon the Ever-Chosen. He's a quite mighty duelist. And also the Law of Fire is quite good in some cases against the Tomb King. So we have the Piercing Bolts of Burning, we have the Burning Head, and we have Flaming Sword of Ruin. So quite good in my opinion. Archaon is, in my opinion, in the second game or since Mortal Empires, a quite competitive pick. Then I have an Exalted Hero, and Exalted Hero is quite good in fighting enemy large entities, even if he has no anti-large bonus. So he's no anti-large specialist, not declared as that, but still I would say he's perfect in fighting enemy large entities and killing them. He's a very good lord. Hero, sorry. Then we have on the left flank, far away, these Demons Pure Forsaken, and these guys, all of you know, they have these this special ability over here called Swarm of Flies. All enemies in range will reduce the melee attack by 5. That is a quite good stuff. Besides from that, they're of course performing very well against the Tomb King infantry, and yeah, nothing more to say about that. I have just one group of Forsaken, this Demon Spew over here. And last but not least, I have the Swirls of Chaos. And these guys, of course, 120 armor, 50 weapon. Nothing to say about the stats over here. You can see that every point is incredible high. They have a bonus versus infantry, so I'm not sure how's the performance against large entities, but even against large monsters, this should perform quite decent. So in my opinion, this is a good decision over here. But anyway, let's come to my opponent, and as you can see, we have Skeleton Spearmen, so nothing special, but we have the Pleasant Legion of Pact, and this is a quite good decision, because these guys have the ability called Sundering Armor, or very popular ability, because that will reduce the armor by 30. Quite interesting, and especially good against the Warriors of Chaos. Then we have a Lich Priest with the Neocaran Magic Galore. We have these Capra Guard, these legendary Tomb Guard unit. Then we have Cetra on a Cameron War Sphinx, and I think this is a quite decent pick, because the Cameron War Sphinx is an anti-infantry unit, and you are probably going to face up against a lot of armored infantry units, and for that purpose, Cetra on this Cameron War Sphinx is a quite decent pick in my opinion. We have a Tomb Prince, anti-large, also very good in my opinion if you are going to face up against Kolek and stuff like that. And as I already said, the Tomb Guard, for example, in addition with the what we can see over here, the Sphinx of Ushab, is a very good pick, because Kolek will struggle a lot against this Sphinx and also against the Tomb Guard, and this is a massive problem. As I said, you have to bring a Shagget and a Kolek. Just one Shagget is not enough, and so I decided to bring nothing, just a lot of anti-large infantry units. So the performance will drop from the Sphinx and also from the Tomb Card, because I don't have too much infantry, too much large units. Skeleton Spearman and a Tomb Scorpion. Tomb Scorpion also a very good decision, especially in this matchup against all these armored infantry units from Chaos. But nothing more to say about this. Let's start over here. You can see I have to walk through all this terrain, and my opponent is far away, and of course I tried to flank my opponent directly with the Swords of Chaos on the right flank over here. You can see I already take a lot of damage from the Chosen of the Gods starting to shoot on me, of course. And I decided to do something about that and casting a piercing. I casted a spell on these guys, and you can see that actually my opponent didn't notice that. I was really lucky, and you can see they actually took some damage from that, so it was very good. So this was piercing bolts of burning. So it's very, they have such a huge range, the Chosen of the Gods, so it's very important to interrupt them in any way, because you will get a lot of damage. Of course, my Chaos Warriors are shielded, so against normal skeleton archers they are fine, but not against these Chosen of the Gods. They will take a tremendous amount of damage from that. Very epic scene over here. We have a very short time now. A charge in. Marauders against Spearmen, and their Marauders should be able to get through. Of course, the Spearmen are also able to hold the line for some time, but even though it's okay, the performance. So I don't think that I have any problems with the Tomb King infantry. Also here we have Spearmen and Marauders and the Demon Spew. They should be really able to take out or to kill these guys. Of course, now the monsters joining, for example, Cetra on the Cameron War Sphinx. You can see the tremendous amount of damage over here. Very good. Here I casted, of course, a Flaming Sword of Ruin. That will increase the weapon strength, the weapon damage. And now the Sphinx of Usep joining the fight, but as I said, the Sphinx is fighting against Marauders and all that stuff, so that it's not the perfect purpose. Here we have my Swords of Chaos fighting the Tomb Prince, and this is a very good. This was the Tomb Prince take a lot of damage from my Swords of Chaos, but very good gameplay of my opponent. He decided to shoot with his Chosen of the Gods in combination with the Blessed Legion of Pact on my Swords of Chaos, on my, I forgot the name, incredible, Swords of Chaos. Yeah, correct. No, but they get an armor sundering from these guys, and then the damage from the Chosen of the Gods, and you can see also my Swords of Chaos melting away. On the left flank I had some trouble with this Tomb Scorpion, but you can see that my units don't get too much damage from him. This is quite good. So, because as I said, the Chaos Warriors with halberds performing very well against large entities. So the performance is really good. As I said, they have an anti-large bonus. You can see the Tomb Scorpion melt away just from my Chaos Warriors with halberds over here, and he is dead now. You see, he goes down. So this was very good. Now, of course, Archaon fighting the Cameron War Sphinx, the Cetra, and my Exalted Hero constantly fight the Sphinx of Usep. And as I said, for that purpose, the Exalted Hero is very good. Of course, in a 1-on-1 Sphinx of Usep against Exalted Hero, the Exalted Hero will probably lose. But even though in this chaos over here, I'm not sure if my opponent really noticed that he gets so much damage from the Exalted Hero. So I think, as I said, it is very good to bring Exalted Hero against the Tomb Kings. On the right flank you can see I managed it really well to break through. but I expected something like that because there was just a protection of the spearmen, so I was really able to break through and to attack now the Blessed Legion of the Pact. In the back line, as I said, a very good decision. My opponent managed it really well to kill the Swords of Chaos over here in the combination of these skeleton archers with armor sundering and these Chosen of the Gods. So this was very good over here. But you can see the Necro Sphinx now, or the Sphinx of Usek, is now going down. Just a few seconds, or just a few hits. You can see my Exalted Hero constantly attack this Sphinx over here. And now this is it. So this was a very good decision. As I said, if you don't have any large entities, the performance will drop, because against the Sphinx is not really made to fight against infantry units. So this was very good. The Sphinx is dead. We have here just a few Capra guards left. The Tomb Scorpion is dead, and also Cetra is very heavily damaged. But now we have, of course, the summoned Ushabti over here, and this is very late. So we have at a very late point of the game the Ushabti. So if these guys would appear a little bit earlier in the game, I think this would be a greater problem for me, or it would be not so easy to kill them. But this is very late now, because they are one of the last units on the battlefield. But still, I have a lot of units left. For example, the Chaos Warriors with halberds, the Chaos Marauders and all that stuff. The Exalted Hero is now fighting the Cetra. As I said, Exalted Hero is, in my opinion, a very underrated hero, and his performance is very, very good. Archaon fighting the Chosen of the Gods with great bows, so I would like to make sure that the Chosen of the Gods don't shoot constantly on my units. But overall, the damage, the balance of power shifting more and more in my favor, and you can already see that this is the end over here. And let's do a short epic scene with Archaon in the fight with these Chosen of the Gods. But he's really able. As I said, in the first game, Archaon, the performance was not really good. But I like really in the second game to bring him. The performance is really, really, really strong. Also with the Law of Fire, I think this is a quite competitive way. And on his horse, he's very steady and very strong and quite a good duelist. But overall, that's it. 15 seconds left, nothing special. Also the Ushabti get down. And you can see I have a lot of units left. And I think the point why I won this game over here is because I don't brought large entities to the battlefield. This was point one, and the other point is these Chaos Warriors with halberds. As I said in the past, I never played with these guys, but meanwhile I saw, okay, they are quite cheap option to fight against large entities. So the other option are Chosen with great weapons, and but you already know how expensive Chosen are, so I decided I bring these guys. And on the side of my opponent, the most important thing is that you have to bring more Ushabti. So the Sphinx of Usek is, in my opinion, the must-have in this matchup. So I would also bring always a Sphinx of Usek against the Chaos Warriors to fight against the Kolek and the Shagit. So this is a good decision, but I would bring more Ushabti, at least 2 or 3 groups, and fill up the rest with Skeleton Spearmen. This would be my decision, but also the Chosen of the Gods are a really good decision, and also the Tomb Scorpion, of course. Maybe, overall, I wouldn't say this is a bad build. The build is quite good or quite okay. I would just leave out this Capra Guard. So the Capra Guard are not doing well against armored Chaos units. And the Lich Priest is also, it's too much. We already have with Cetra the lore, the Neokan magical lore, so you can leave this out, fill everything up with Spearmen, Ushabti, and you are fine. But anyway, thank you for tuning into this episode of a Battlecast. Let me know what you think in the comments, and see you on the next Battlecast. Have a nice evening.